Inspiration first to make you move, is that right? Okay, so leaders are learners, and it's so funny this morning, who did I have on? It was Les Brown. I needed to get hungry, I needed to get motivated, and this is the thing, that no matter what, you know, when doctors become doctors, do they just decide they're a doctor? No. You're not going to just decide. I don't know where you are. I know that anyone literally can do this. I mean, if I can do it. You know, when I first got started, I lost 13 pounds in 8 days, 44 to 90, 80 in 6 months. And during that, I was in profit within I think it was the first week. But I needed to be because I wrote a bad check to buy the 6 kits that I bought. They said they paid daily. If this stuff worked either way, I was in trouble. But I knew no matter if I didn't change something, you know, we couldn't pay ourselves out of our business. If I didn't change something, you know, something had to change. And I'm going to tell you right now, wherever you are, I want you to think about it because I know that you're settling somewhere in your life. Do you believe that, or do you think you're going all out? I believe you're settling. We all are because we're lulled to sleep. Anyway, so I want to talk about doing the hour of power. Leaders are learners, and you can never stop growing. If you want to work for someone else, you can just show up and you be half asleep. Is that right? And you need that pot of coffee or whatever. But here you can't do that. You can't be half asleep. So my prayer for you right now is that you're woken up. We need to leave this place awake and realize that 2 things that are holding you back, no matter what, pretty much in your life, is fear and pride. Would you? Fear and pride? And because I've been telling the story a lot lately, but think about, and Eric actually brought it up about his own father, but you know, we have people from other lands, foreigners, come to our country. Why do they come? It's the land of opportunity. And you know what they do? They can't even speak our language. But you know what they do? They work their rear ends off. They'll do whatever they have to do. That's what Eric said. He said his dad had 3 jobs, and he had to do whatever he had to do to get his family to come over here. But the problem is we're in the land of opportunity, and we're asleep. Is that true? Could we do more, be more, have more? We have to be more before you can have more and do more. So they come to this country, they can't speak our language, they work their tails off, and guess what? They get there, and they still can't speak our language, so what's our problem? Come on. Anyway, I'm not like saying that. So, okay, so as, you know, we're above average, you know, walk outside. But we're looking for the... Cala, stop. Okay. For as a man thinks within his heart, so is he. So right now, we got to know who we are before the first one. And he said that you were wonderfully made. You are highly favored. And so let's just do that, because you know my thing is, how are you? I am. I'm exceedingly blessed. Come on. Highly favored and deeply loved. Okay, and you know you have to give whatever it is that you want to get. So I'm going to talk about the hour of power. This is what we have to do to decide, because everybody else will take up your time. And what you have to realize is there's 3 things that you need to do no matter what. And I'm just going to say the hour of power. You can have however much time you want. But for 20 minutes every day, you got to be getting filled up. You know, I need my cup filled in order to fill someone else's. The only thing that comes out, that's our programming, you know? That's how we program ourselves. We have to reprogram our mind, because if you watch news, if you listen to most people, they're probably going to be telling you one thing: you can't do this. You know, there's tragedies going on, and there are. But it's like he's an overcomer. We are overcomers through that. So 20 minutes, you know, on you. Mine's with the Lord. He has to tell me who I am, because it says in the Word that when you walk away from the mirror, you don't see yourself. You know. And sometimes when we're in the mirror, we don't see ourselves. And then 20 minutes on our bodies, that's what we got to do. We did the whole giant Fonda thing. She has the tape, so she has to look good. Well, we have the box, so we have to look good. And then the last thing is you have to build your skill. Because you know what? Wherever you are right now, you don't know it all. You have to grow and you have to learn, because in order to lead, you have to grow. Is that right? So I don't know where you are, and I don't know how long it's going to take, but I do know if you don't quit, it's going to happen for you. Yes? Okay, I'm doing really good with these slides. Okay, we're on it then. Okay, all right, so we're doing the acronym leaders. Okay, E, example. If you aren't leading by example, then quite simply you aren't leading. Is that true? Because there's 2 kinds of people. You know, some of you guys called up to a travel agent, or probably just went to Expedia, but you know, how many of you guys No travel agents. Oh, we do it. You know, destinations is ours, and guess what destinations are you guys going to be taking? You know, they're going to, oh, I cannot believe this is my life. Okay. What do travel agents do? They get you a ticket and they send you places that they've never been. Is that right? But what we are tour guides. We show people where we've already been. Now, how many of you have been to Sundance? Raise your hand. Okay. How many of you want to make sure that over this gold rush that you have at least 2 more people going to Sundance? Now, I've got to go a lot of places with this company, places I didn't even know existed. And that's not only on the land, but it's in my mind. Because you don't know, you know, it's just that one. I heard Lacey the other day when we were doing a call, and she said, you know, about getting your God dream, which you hear about it. And she said, when you change the life for one person, that changed the whole world. You know, but first what you have to do is be the change. Right, okay, so we only can attract what we are, not what we want. So this is what I'm going to say, you got to be more. We have to be more to do more. Okay, how am I doing on time? Where's the time clock? Not that I normally care. No, I'm just teasing. Obviously, I'm like, why'd they put me on first? Oh, I have a watch. Well, it doesn't matter. Can someone help me? Okay, so all you have to do is ask for help. You know, you can be willing to look stupid. Like, if Cala can do this. And I'm like, you're like, do you know where this is at? No, but I know I'm going to ask enough people to get there. And that's what I want you guys to do. You know, I knew where I'm going. You know, I knew what room I was supposed to be getting to. Just like you know where you're going here. And hopefully that's going to grow. But I'm willing to look stupid. I do it good. Oh, are you showing me? Oh, perfect. Awesome. Is she awesome? Give her a round. And can you believe the company we're with, that we have guys that are vulnerable like that? And have hearts? I mean, we are blessed ones. Okay, so attitude and action. A stands for attitude, and you guys know that it's attitude, appearance, approach. But I know this, that no matter what, you have to be putting it in, just like we talked about, and you're going to attract what you are. So look and listen to who the people are that are around you. And this is what I'm going to ask you to be. You see where it says the balloon popper or balloon filler? You need to be a cup filler. Because people that are negative, or people that, you know, they hurt people. Is that right? Hurt people are hurt people. And there's so many hurting people right now. And what you have to do is decide that you're going to be around the ones that are going to build you up. But then you have to be the ones that's going to be a cup filler, a balloon blower. You're going to be helium. I get to be real helium today, it seems like. Or you can be around those ones that are balloon poppers. Do you know anyone like that? You can't be that. If you want to go somewhere, you got to take people with you, and they're going to do what you do. I always say that, you know, it's not caught, it's what's caught, not what's taught. And your kids, as you all know, you just hear this stuff come out of them. You know, it's like, it sounded just like me. You know? It's not what you say, it's what you do. So, everything that we have is problems. Anybody have problems? Or we just were in Jamaica, they don't have problems here. What do they have? They have situations. I have 7 kids. You think I have any situations? Anyway, so the deal is, Mark, I called him with, some situations, and he goes, this is all good. This is a lot better situation for us to be in than if we were going the other way. Does that make sense? If you're going somewhere, there's going to be detours. There's going to be things that stop you, but you just have to decide, oh, I don't have my phone. That's weird. I know where it is though, guys. Anyway, you put it in your GPS. You got to put it in your GPS to know what direction that you're going. Is that right? And then what happens? You have to get gas, or you go the wrong way. Detour, rerouting. Just realize you got to program this thing to where it is you're going, and know that you are going to reroute. So the thing that's going to overcome all of this is action. And this is I want you to picture a train, and you see 80% of problems can be solved through momentum. Do you believe that's true? Okay, we want more products, we want this, we want that. What's going to happen? We grow our company, we get what we want. Is that right? Same within your life. So if you've got a train that's going 55 miles an hour down the road, and there's a 5-foot long brick wall with, reinforced and all that. Guess what happens when a train going 55 miles an hour hits that brick wall? Anyone? Goes right through. Guess what? That same train sitting on the track with a 1-inch piece of wood block, guess what? Not going anywhere. Is that a good picture for us? So put the action in. We have got to be ones that have so much action going on. I always say, people are like, oh, I don't want to get excited about that. It might not happen. I'm like, are you kidding me? I get excited about everything that I can because that energy is going to get me more of what I want. And if they decide not to do it, oh well, next. Correct? Okay, yes. Okay. Then you got to D, you got to decide and have desire. If you want it more, then you're afraid of it. You have to want it more than you're afraid of it. And like I said, the two things holding us back are fear and pride. You don't want to look dumb, but you know what? I know one thing, that my Savior was on that cross. He died for my sins, and he knew people spit upon him, and he did all this, but you know what? What was the difference? First of all, he knew who he was. He knew what his mission was. He was willing to look dumb, and he looked at the person next to him and said, they know not what they do. So I want you to put that on you. They know not what they do. We just have to know where we're going. We have to know who we are. And the only way we're going to do that is reprogramming. And then nothing great was ever achieved without enthusiasm. Is that true? Oh, so let's do this. Okay, desire. Oh, I always, when I'm praying, which I do that sometimes. I always do that a lot in the back. And I always talk about hope and pray. Our strength is joy. Joy is our strength. That's why you just got to give it. If you don't have it, you got to give whatever it is that you need. You got to give. It's money. God's ways are higher than ours. They don't make any sense, but they work. You can test them. There's no matter what. He's not a man that he can lie. So, we're going to go there with joy and hope before it makes the heart weak. So we need to be going with desire and hope, and he's going to give that to us. Oh my gosh, I'm doing so great on time. Oh, wrong direction. Okay, am I right? Okay. Okay, so we did L-E-A-R-D. Oh, did I skip something? Did I just skip something? There was another E, but I think that was the same one I already had, right? Let me look at my notes. Okay, oh, Jesus is important. Is there one that says edify on there? I'm just going to go through this really quick and I'll make it up. Okay, how do I go backwards? I'm doing pretty good with these slides. Can you guys give me a round of applause? I'm serious. My dad told me I got to do this. Okay, we're on the wrong one. So. All right, this is the other thing that I want you to do. The other one is edify. We have to edify, and we're going to do what we call the 30-second rule. And the 30-second rule is where you are going to affirm other people within the first 30 seconds of being in a conversation with them. Everybody needs to be built. Everybody likes those that like them. Did you know that? Mm-hmm. It's like the reason you don't really like someone generally has to do with the fact that they don't like you, or you think that. It's conceived. So we got to be people builders. That's what we are. We think that our product is singular, flush, I don't know why I started with that. I don't have it, if anybody does. Lean, whatever. That's not our product. Our product is people. Our product is people, so that's why you have to be a better people so you can get good people. What you're going to do, Lou, what's his name, Lou? I don't know, what's that coach? Holtz, yeah, that's it. Dang it, I should know that stuff. My cousin is the coach for TCU football, and I should Anyway, I'm going to find it. Okay. He said he could be a lot better coach with a lot better players. Right? Okay, this is what I want you to do is realize you're going to edify people. You're going to build them up. In your first 30 seconds, you're going to find something where you can encourage them. Okay? Because you are building people. Right now, it's not about, can I tell them about my stuff? No, it's about encouraging them, listening to where they are, and helping them. If all we did was leave this place today, and I don't care if you have the skills or what, and you said, no matter what, I'm going to talk to 5 to 10 people every single day, and you did not quit, and you got better yourself every day, would you attract better people? Okay, well that's what we have to do, and we have to know what we're looking for. So we're going to edify people. in the first 30 seconds. How many of us are we're gonna be balloon fillers. We're gonna be helium fillers to everybody that we see. And I want you guys to make sure that in this place, you know, we're known for singular. Do you know what that means? They're gonna say, who are you with? Please represent in a great way. You know, and realize that you have to, a lot of times, think about that other person and go, is this about finding leaders? So far, is this on track? Okay, good. It's about finding leaders, and I don't know, I'll go to the next thing because I don't remember what I was saying. Okay, this is about making them look good. It's about our team. This is not about us. We have to forget about ourselves for a minute and let people know we could not do this without you. Oh, gosh.
Go, Cala!
I couldn't do it without my kids. I couldn't do it without my God. But there's people here that aren't my heroes. We had to talk about that the other day. Well, there's a lot of people in the whole company because you guys know that I love you. But there's ones that are directly related to my check. Which means it's related to taking care of my kids. And you've seen how they dress, right? I'm just teasing. Not really. I just got to do the coolest thing in the world, and that was to take all my kids and my parents on the cruise. The first night, we were just at the hotel, and you know, they give us the stuff, the swag, and we're just, I mean, I have to admit I'm spoiled now. Mom of 7, single mom of 7, and I'm spoiled. No man, well there's a lot of men that actually, well there's not a lot of them. Anyway. Okay, dang, I'm really off. Anyway, my mom comes in, and you know how the guys are here, and how and Sherry and everyone. She came in my room, and my mom's not an emotional girl. I learned when I went to college that I had some friends that were like huggers. That's where I got it, because you know, we weren't really big huggers, you know. Unconditional love filled the house, but we weren't big huggers. And so I went, she came in and she had tears in her eyes. And she said, Cala, she said, thank you so much for doing this. I can't believe, you know, how it was. It's like she had her stuff. And they just treated them like, you know, they were so special, because that's how they treat everyone, because you are so special. And so anyway, as it goes on, I mean, people are saying, well, tell us about Cala. You know, when she was young, Freddie asked everybody that I know from my past, I think he's just trying to get dirt up or something. And my parents were like, well, you know, we thought she was really good until we heard the stories. I'm like, okay, listen, I pull them aside, I'm like, listen, these people think that I'm good. Could you just go with that? So anyway, it was really cute because it was really cute because my daughter, you know, it's rough, you know. I'm a single mom, right? And I just watched how, you know, especially Curtis and Mark, just loved on one of my daughters, Josie, who's just the pill. And I looked down the table one night, and well, one night she's asleep on Mark's shoulder. And she got sick on the boat, and I look around, I'm over there laughing, and I'm noticing as the great mom, I look back, and Curtis and Mark both have Josie's hands. And then I look down the table, and I see him cutting her meat for her. And I decide, you know, what an amazing place we are, what an amazing man, what an amazing company that we have. And we get to look over there, because she was with the adults, and then we have all the kids, because this really is a family, you guys. And guess what? We have to love each other and build other people up and be willing to sacrifice, because it only comes back. Is that true? Okay. Anyway, so at the end of that, you know, it was a really healing trip for me, because, you know, I was one of those that, how many of you guys just wanted to hear a good word from your dad? You know, you did a great job. Well, that was me. You know, he was one of the, you know, don't break your arm, pat yourself on the back kind of guys. And he just wants, I mean, he loves me unconditionally, he wants the best for me, but he operates in fear. You know, he comes out of fear, he's like, doesn't want, you know, be careful, da-da-da-da-da. He's an engineer, so you can imagine how we get along. He loves me, I'm his favorite, but anyway. And he'll just take him on a cruise. Anyway, he just came up, he goes, I just want you to know, you do know how proud I am of you, and how much I love you. And I just couldn't talk. But that is worth it all, right? It's really, he said, we'll do more for praises than we will for raises. You got to realize that's how everybody is. Okay, well anyway, I was talking about my team and the people that are directly related to my check and the ones that, when I said pray for me, I mean, that's what they're doing, and we're holding each other up. And we have this conference line, and when Freddie happened and Deanna and all of that, it's like we spend more time bringing it before the Lord. And so I want you guys to stand up if you're on my team. Please, you guys know who you are, right? Okay. That means, will you guys give these guys a round of applause? Please stand.
Because you are there.
Keep standing, stand up over here. But it's like, it's not about me, guess what? Because the last thing that we talk about, I love you guys. Okay, so right now, what time is it? Okay, rise up. I'm not going to be able to get this thing finished. So this is what I want you to do. It's time to do whatever it takes. Are you willing and ready to make the change and say, I'm willing to change and grow and become whatever it is that I need to change, grow, and become to do this thing? Because if she can do it, I know I can do it. Right? I've been doing this for a long time, but you have to be willing to what? Look down, you know, build your skill, and do whatever it takes. And Freddie told me in the very beginning, he called up to the company and got my numbers. I'm not quite sure how that works because, you know, they're not supposed to do that. No, this is a long time ago. And it was the last day of the month. I have 7 kids in total chaos going on. He knew how far away I was, but he asked anyway. And he goes, so, you know, you're this far away. You can do it. You know, he always stretches you, right, Tish? You can be an executive. Well, you can be a silver executive, okay? Jump through fire rings. Okay, anyway, and I remember saying there was all kinds of things going on. How many of you guys have stuff? Lots of stuff. Okay, you're running a race right now, and one of the stuff that you have to let go of is unforgiveness from people in your life that have hurt you. Because they know not what they do, and even if they do, it doesn't matter, because it's like a bag of potatoes. You carry all that stuff with you, you're going to start smelling. Do you want to smell? No. Okay, so now it's time, because this is the race that you got to run, and one of the things you got to be doing is saying, where do I need to change and grow? What do I need to get rid of? What's holding me back? And one of the things that's holding you back is probably being hurt from other people. Is that right? So let go of that. Anyway, so Freddie says to me, he goes, you know, I give him my excuse, and he's like, all excuses are equal. I'm like, really? I am a mom of 7, that all excuses are not equal. But you know what happened? He expected more of me. He saw more for me. And you know what happened? He hit the next level, right? Because I went in there, just like Tracy and I doing that call, and she decided on January 31st, she was a hidden silver director. She was 6,000 away at noon, and guess what she could have done? She could have gone to sleep, or whatever, gone partying, when she doesn't do that, but she's Dory enough. But she decided that she was going to make it happen. She pushed in, and I'm going to tell you, when you set your goal this month, most of the time, the last 3 to 5 days, it doesn't look like you're going to hit the goal. The last day, it doesn't look like you're going to hit the goal. So you know what a lot of people do? They say, oh, you know what? I'm going to hold this for next month. I'm going to wait for next month. But what happens in the push is everything. Because whatever you do, your people are going to do. Are you ready to push? Are we ready to push this company to the next level? You guys have got to decide. Okay, so operating your strength, I'm not even going to go there, but you know what? A lot of times people are trying to make themselves better. Yeah, you just stop that clock right now. Because I want to feel like I'm a winner and I did it at 0. Anyway, so you got to operate your strength. A lot of times we're trying to better whatever. God made you who you are. Don't say, you know what, I love it, because people say, oh, I'm going to be a Cala because they have weight to lose, or whatever the thing is, and it's like, no, you're not going to be a Cala, you're going to be you, because that's who we need you to be. You got to learn how to be a bigger, better you, so you can empower other people. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and play a little video, and this is This is my loves and just a little bit of a glimpse of, before size 22, struggling, no dreams, no hopes. I mean, I didn't have that. I was a dreamer before, but I quit dreaming. So these are the things that have happened for me just a little bit. We had whatever, hey, we could put lights off me. Because it's not about me, right? It's about you and what you can do. And you got to see the loves of my life right there. Okay, I still actually want one of these. Can I go back to the truth? Okay, so the truth is that that no matter what, you guys know I'm the green M&M girl, and you're going to see that maybe, I don't know. I'm sorry, Jeff, this is just the way it rolls with me. But this is what I need you to know. We got a leadership book, and this is the truth about the industry, that you know that there are people that make $100,000, $200,000 a month in our industry. Did you also know that those people's organization and checks are probably about 90% based on 2 to 4, well, in other companies it would be 3 to 4 great leaders. That's what it is, great leaders. To make $100,000 to $200,000 a month. So what I need you guys to do right now is change your thinking. Yeah, what is a great leader? You don't find them everywhere. You have to go through a lot of, we're going to talk about M&Ms because those are your green M&Ms. And you need to get a great big bag. You need more than one bag. Because when you pull those M&Ms out, guess what? You're going to get browns, and we need customers. We're going to, well, actually brown will probably be non-customers, but anyway, you know what I mean. You're looking for the green M&Ms. And this is the thing, all it takes is just a couple. All it takes is a couple, but you have to be willing to stay the course. And is it going to be hard? Absolutely. Going to work for someone else is actually hard, but you can do it without thinking. I need you to be woken up. Right now, this is the thing that I know, is that as long as you do your hour of power, you keep putting in what you have to put in, that you keep working on yourself, because you got to represent, and then but you don't, whatever, and you got to build your skills. So this is what I want you to do, and I'm going to have to read this because I don't have my stuff up here, but I want you guys to actually not read this with me, but you have to be willing to not quit. Because the only way that this is not going to work is if you decide to settle and go back and say, you know what, this worked for somebody else, but it's not going to work for me because it's not a true story. So don't quit. When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you're trudging seems uphill, when funds are low and debts are high, and you want to smile but you have to sigh, when care is pressing down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. Life is crazy with its twists and turns, as every one of us sometimes learns, and many a failure turn about when you might have won if you'd stuck it out. Do you know some of those that haven't stuck it out? They'll come back, just don't quit. Don't give up, though the pace seems slow. You may succeed with another blow. Success is failure turned inside out, and you never know how close. Kevin, somehow help me out at 50, and you can tell how close you are. It may be near when it seems so far. So stick to the fight when your heart is hit. It's when things seem worse that you must not quit. I love you guys. You can do this.